I don't know. Do I want to say these things on air?
Yeah, you got to stand by what you believe in, dude.
Yeah, I'm not recording.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just ignore that little red dot.
Yeah.
Just
On
get comfortable,
on
Dalton.
Joe's forehead because he's Indian now.
Yeah.
What if that
Thank
was Carl?
you,
Yeah.
and
Carl
come
Sagan
again.
doing little red dot.
What?
Pale blue dot. Have you not heard of that? Pale blue dot.
Oh,
That's
dude.
like how he described Earth.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's stupid.
Well, this
Carl-
is going to be a
Carl-
bad one. I can already
Carl,
tell.
no. Hold on. Here, I've got it. Carl Sagan balls.
There.
Ooh.
Fuck. I don't get it.
He's got Carl Sagan balls.
Oh.
Sagan ball. Got all right. Scrap it. We're done.
Well,
I
folks,
liked it. I liked it.
well, folks, you can probably skip this episode.
This episode
Yeah, guys.
sucks.
This is already.
We're all having a bad week.
This is a bad week, dude. Last week we were on top of the world, but then
It couldn't have gotten any better. And
I
now
mean-
look at us now, dude.
well
This
now
sucks.
I thought I had all this money saved, but I have to get all these I have like 5 Chris D'Elia tattoos. I have to get
You have to get it
have
lasered
to get
off.
removed. Yeah, I have
Yeah,
a
dude.
silly goose tattoo. I have
I got 2 different
So
life
wait,
risks.
did he try to make Silly Goose his like catchphrase?
He has,
'Cause
like-
that's not his.
he has like 3 different he calls his fans his baby. What's up, my babies? What's up, my babies? He did that. Weird thing to
that's-
do when you are DMing underage girls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that sucks,
Yeah,
man. That's
fucking
awkward.
He had a lot of
He's such a
catch-
douchebag.
Yeah, he had a lot of catchphrases I had no idea. Life rips, that was another one. By the way, guys, life rips. Life rips.
It does rip.
Life doesn't rip very much for him right now. Maybe life RIP for Chris.
There you go. There you go, Robbie.
All right, the
We're
episode's
picking
good.
up.
I love how
All right, we're back.
we're back. Every episode's a comeback episode.
Yeah.
We're the underdogs, man.
We're the
yeah,
large rascals.
we're the Large Rascals. Yeah. Oh, welcome back to the Large Rascals, everybody. I'm Robbie, and you got Dalton and Joe up in here.
Hell yeah.
New York's #1 topical news discussion podcast. And this week, I don't know. Should we talk about it? Do people want to
I think we have to. It's the elephant in the room.
All right.
Dalton, would you like to start?
Yeah. Yeah. Joe and I should take a back seat on this. Dalton,
God
you
damn it.
drive.
Yeah.
I got nothing to say, man. I think what Chris D'Elia and Joey Diaz did were deplorable.
What about Chris
Uh,
Diaz?
No,
Yeah.
I
More
don't
like
know,
Chris
man.
Deplorable.
Yeah.
I'm honestly
More like a
D-
Chris, please delete those screenshots.
Hell yes.
Oh, nice.
I
saw you
tweeted
that.
tweeted that.
Yeah, I tweeted
You got to
that.
be a real
Robbie's-
dumbass to not know somebody can screen grab Snapchat and whatnot.
You know what's so funny is when that story broke, I was like kind of happy because I didn't really like Chris D'Elia. So I was just like stoked on that. So I was like, okay, great. A comic I don't like and an objectively bad thing. I'm going sicko mode. I get to look woke tonight. And then immediately they go after, we have one rule on the Loud Boys. We know, we episode 1, we laid out our, besides No Girls Allowed. Number 2, do not talk bad about Joe Rogan ever.
Yeah.
And so
I thought that was unwritten. Like
so
it almost
then-
didn't need to be said.
And then it escalated to like people tweeting stuff like, I saw someone tweeted like, I was backstage and someone made fun of Ali Wong for being pregnant. It's like that would not have gotten out if you hadn't tweeted it. That would have
Yeah.
stayed in that green room. So I don't know, man. I mean, people are
Dude,
just
I honestly don't understand what's going on right now. Like, so much of what I'm reading is like they're making it seem like open mics and shows are these violent, like the fucking Mos Eisley Cantina from Star Wars.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
they're
kind
just-
of are.
Jake
They
Flores
actually,
was
that was a good description of an open mic,
Yeah.
honestly.
like, yeah. That
Because
sounds
of-
fun. Oh, you mean the most fun scene in Star Wars?
Yeah, that was not a
Damn,
good
dude.
description of something
The
violent. That was
Yeah, if this is the Mos Eisley Cantina, dude, we're that fucking band just ripping it up right now.
I mean, it is weird how many comics are apparently pedophiles. Not a great look for us.
Dude, awful black eye, dude.
Yeah. But I think you should separate the sex criminals from the people who make rude jokes like us. Don't lump us
Yeah.
in with them. Well, maybe lump Joe
Yeah,
in
we
with
don't
them.
even have sex. None of us have sex.
Sorry, Joe. We need to throw him one
Yeah,
sacrificial
yeah,
lamb.
We need one in the wreckage, brother.
Is the fire rising?
The fire.
The fire will be canceled.
Yeah, we're gonna like. It's like you're gonna be like Scar, and we're gonna throw you to the hyenas when they finally come for the Loud Boys.
And I'm like, guys, I've always been alt-right. Oh, alt-right. I thought we were part of the problem. Isn't that what you heard?
You know, so I made this point about the protests, and it's
Yeah.
kind of happening again for this shit. There's a super legitimate, like, yeah, cancel Chris D'Elia, get that guy
Yeah.
out of here. Shitty thing he did. But they go too fucking far with it and cancel Papa Joey Diaz and every fucking open micer.
The Joey Diaz one is nuts because it's like, first off, the clip is from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Secondly, the story he's referencing is from 22 years ago when he was an open micer. And apparently, I was reading something that Josh Wolf tweeted. He was like, no, they hooked up all the time. They were like they weren't like dating, but he was like,
Yeah.
they had sex all the time. He's like, Joey was just like fucking around.
Wow.
That's what gets me is like, I don't know, man. It's like, yeah, I mean, what he
just
said
a
was
goof.
crass. What he said was crass. I mean, it's not a good look, I guess, but
Yeah.
it's also, I don't know what's going on.
I mean, the
man.
issue was
I'm
that,
so
like,
fucking frustrated with comedy right now.
I think a lot of female comics, like, if I were a female comic, I'd get mad at that just because I'd be like, oh, so I have to give out blowjobs to get ahead in my career. But yeah, if you're describing something that was 23 years ago, I don't know if it, like, first of all, he's a storyteller who exaggerates a lot of things.
Mhm.
And if you're going to make a point about systemic stuff today, maybe go after something that's currently happening. I don't know. Like, Joey's not currently doing that. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I don't know if about you guys, but I'm still waiting to get the results back from the lab to find out conclusively the DNA evidence on all of this, because that's how everyone's acting right now,
Yeah.
as if they're like a fucking crime scene investigator on this.
I got the DNA evidence, and it's
Oh, there it is.
It's just a shitload. It's a bunch of screenshots from 13-year-olds.
Yeah, I
Who
don't
do you
know,
think's
man.
next, dude?
Dude, if
Next?
Donald Trump gets Me Too'd, I'm gonna be so sad.
He already was, and nothing
already
came of
was.
it.
I know. I think that's kind of like the elephant in the room. Like, they're kind of taking down a bunch of these like minor offenders because like one of the worst ones is like the president right now. And that's,
Well, you know what
Yeah.
fucking
That's
pisses
tough.
me off? You know what
Go
like
off, dude.
really I'm going off right now because
Here we go.
it's like when it's some fucking dopey comedian, everybody gets like they get all up in arms and start talking about all these like systemic problems and how just bad it is in the world of comedy. But like somebody did accuse Joe Biden of something and everybody just turned a fucking blind eye to it. And a lot of people even said that she was lying. And it's like, oh, so when it conveniently fits your agenda, it's okay to say, oh, this is bullshit.
Well,
This is
There's
completely
no fucking
different.
conviction or principles with any of these people.
to be fair,
I mean, but like D'Elia needs to be held to standards, dude. Like,
well, the
this is
D'Elia one,
stand-up
it's like
comedy.
there's like 100 fucking screenshots. So I don't know.
Yes.
Like, yeah, I don't love the precedent of screenshots, but there's so much fucking smoke, and it was all
No,
like,
D'Elia seems like a bad dude.
Yeah.
for
Well,
sure.
like,
but,
I mean, like
and-
95 to like 95, like a lot of them just seemed like whatever, but some of them were like really intense.
Well,
and I think, like, that
what
means,
bothers
like-
me is if you're going to approach something as silly as comedy with this much gravitas, why wouldn't you do the same for a fucking presidential candidate?
Well,
That's what.
but the thing, but Biden on Twitter did get just as raked over the coals, especially by Bernie people.
Yeah.
I mean, like the same people who are going. I mean, but here's the thing: is like the media approach that story with like, okay, we're not sure if it's true or not. Let's look at the evidence. Let's look at the background. And they're basically like, I don't know. It was a he said, she said. And for stuff like that, that's kind of how you should approach it. You know, you should approach
Mhm.
it like knowing don't call them a liar and don't call them automatically guilty. I mean, in D'Elia's case, it was like clearly a pattern of sexual predatory behavior, but it's like, God damn it. This is why I wanted a girl on. Cause I'm just a guy being like, whoa. But I mean,
no girls allowed.
Yeah, dude. Remember the law.
Yeah. For the record, I did try to get a girl on this episode, but
Well, she's
She
not
had to-
coming
she
on.
had
if
to
she
get her
hears
nails
this.
done.
yeah. Anyway, my point is like I think that it's worthwhile to like I wish that they approached a lot more of these, especially when it's like an online situation, like they approached the Joe Biden thing, because that felt like more fair to me than because it still is up in the air. I think people kind of make up their own minds about that one, and it's like that's kind of how a lot of these things are. You know, you should like fucking vet it, and if it's a story, if don't deny that it's a story, don't suppress it, but also don't automatically assume one thing or the other and gather as many fucking facts as you can. I don't understand what the issue is with that. But I don't know, dude. This shit's weird. I'm not a fucking just a dude. I'm not speaking from a place of fear on this. But as a comic, I can speak from a place of authority. And that is that all the people who are bitching about open mic, it's like, yo, comedy is not going on right now. I don't understand why everyone's complaining about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's over. It's done.
Well, and also what bothers me is everybody acts like, beyond all of this, everybody acts like they're fucking owed something in some way. So much of this boils down to just like, no one is successful and they're bitter about it.
Yeah. I mean, if you listen to that guy, Mike from Red Bar, shout out to Mike from Red Bar, but he was so excited about the D'Elia thing. And I was partially excited, I think, because I was like, this shitty comic is going down. Cool. That's not a good impulse, though. That's not a good, I think a lot of people kind of performatively pretend to care about the issue, but deep down just want to take it down. That's why Joe Rogan treaded that day and not Joey Diaz. They just want to tear down Rogan. They don't give a fuck about Joey Diaz, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
They just want to, or they want to be like, Joey Diaz sucks, let's burn down the Comedy Store. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they want to, want to tear something down. And I think that the D'Elia thing, like, it was like a good one. I think people kind of get addicted to it because it's kind of a rush and it's crazy and it's salacious and it's interesting. So then they're like, then they kind of smell blood, and they're also kind of mad because they assume his friends like covered it up or whatever. Even though I don't know how maybe his openers knew something, but like these were private DMs. I don't understand like how they're private DMs that he did on the road. It sounds like he wasn't like parading it around like Whitney Cummings or whatever. I mean, I don't know, but whatever.
I don't know, man. I fucking hate comedy. I'm sick of it. I don't want to even be a part of this world anymore. It's just like catty, gossipy drama queens, and I don't know, man. I got into it to have fun, and it's not fun anymore. Like, no part of it is fun anymore.
The fun is
It's just not fun at the moment, dude. It's
just
going to get fun again.
Because the only part of comedy that exists right now is the loudmouths on Twitter who just want to like take shit down and burn it all down. They were always a drag, you know? And now comedy, there's no element of comedy. That's the hanging out part, the performing part, being in a room of people fucking laughing. All that's not happening now. And that's kind of why I don't understand all these people getting so mad about comedy. It's like, yo, this shit might not even come back. Why are we like trying to burn it down? It's the same fucking thing. It's like a mirror image of like the protests in a way. It's like, yo, we're barely keeping this country together right now after this pandemic, and you're accelerating, just burning it down. Like, what the fuck is the goal here? You're just mad it's not happening, and you want to have some control over it. So you're like, well, you can't get rid of it. I'm gonna destroy it. I hate it. It's so
damn.
Yeah.
Hey, Jon Stewart. You fucked up by getting Trevor Noah.
New rule.
There it is, dude.
Robbie, that's Bill Maher.
It's all the same, dude. They're all controlled by the same puppet corporation of Viacom.
Oh,
why are we acting like it's
like,
oh, this guy's different than this guy? It's all the same, baby.
Bill Maher does kind of feel like evil Jon Stewart, you know, like
he is.
They had a clone.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they had two. They're like the Venture Brothers, where like one of them's evil.
Bill Maher's like the damaged clone, so he has more of like an angry edge.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm never quitting. They need me.
Yeah.
Boy, Jon Stewart, a guy I love, but his new movie looks like shit.
It just looks generic.
It looks pretty bad.
It looks like it came out in like 2005.
Yeah.
What is Steve Carell doing, man? Like, god damn, he's a great actor, and he's just like taking these like whatever.
Oh my god,
roles.
I tried watching Space Force, and it's just what a pile of shit.
Man, that's such a bummer because I had so many things going for it.
Greg Daniels also fell off. He had like King of the Hill and The Office and like all this great, and then his last two have been like fucking whips, fart whips.
Makes me angry. Makes me
Does.
real
I'm
angry.
so-
Dude, it's fucking. Is it just me, or are things getting crazier out there?
I think you're onto
I don't know,
something,
man.
dog.
It does. It genuinely feels like everything is like really bad right now, and nothing is ever gonna get better.
Well,
It's never going to get better.
And that's the show, folks.
Yeah. Well, I
Goodbye
keep
forever.
thinking there's no way it can get worse, and then it keeps getting worse.
Oh, I got it. Yeah,
The
my life
Discord-
is in ruins right now.
Really, what happened?
I'm just sad.
I'm sorry, Dalton.
What's wrong, dude?
Nothing. We don't have to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Can you at least give us a little inkling about what's going on?
No, dude. They have to pay for the fucking premium podcast to hear why
Yeah,
he's actually sad.
I told you guys we gotta get Patreon so I could talk about.
Ah, fuck! My
We
mic
just-
wasn't. Why didn't you guys tell me my mic wasn't on? Fuck.
It sounded
Mike is on.
fine,
We
dude.
we can hear you.
Yeah, I didn't know.
You were going through your laptop.
Yeah.
It sounds even better.
Fuck.
It's fine, dude. Nobody knows.
Are we good now?
Yeah, we're fine.
All right,
had
let's
so
start
much good
over.
shit,
That does
though.
sound way better.
I
Let's-
asked you. I was like, how do I sound? Fuck.
Dalton.
You sounded fine to me. You sound fine to me. But now you
Oh,
sound really
Dalton.
good.
Oh, Dalton.
Well,
I can't stay mad at him. All right. So, hey, have you heard about this whole Chris D'Elia thing?
We're not starting over.
Oh,
How many minutes do we do with the laptop mic?
3.
I think we did like 15 minutes.
We're
Oh, no,
fine.
we'll never
It's
get those
fine.
back.
God damn it, dude. We are cursed for every other episode to fucking suck.
We're good.
It's just
We're
like the
good.
Zoom ones are more difficult to coordinate than the in-person. At this point, we've done more Zoom podcasts than in-person podcasts.
Yeah, we've only done 4 in per. Ah, fuck. God damn it. I'm so discouraged now. Chris,
No,
I
is
know.
don't worry
discouraged.
about it, dude.
Should we take a 10-minute break?
Yeah.
No.
No,
You
let's
guys
take a-
want to take it?
Yeah, let's take a break.
Let's take
All
a
right.
quick break.
All right. We'll be back.
Bye, everyone.